So what I want to start with is first a visualization and to explode the base and just talk a little bit about that. So what have we got here? What we've done is that we're taking that physical machine and then taking it to pieces and scanned all the parts and created a 3D model. So for this specific use case, we haven't actually worked with Nospresso to get the 3D. We've actually created all of this in here. So that is a good analogy for what you might want to have to do with the deployed asset that's already in there and you don't have the 3D for it. So we can do all sorts of things and look around here, but we also added sensors on this one so we can get the state of it at any given point in time. So I just want to show you the sensors on this one as well. So let's put all the sensors on, and all of these have been added. They didn't come with an espresso machine, but there are 10 sensors there for various different things to give us the state of the machine and allow us to show the visualizations that I'm going to show you in a second. So let's just make, let's say, the first cup of coffee. And we can do this in two ways. I just want to, first of all, add the cup here and the capsule in there, and then make a coffee with this as it stands. So you can soon see a simulation of what is going inside the machine, what's going on with the temperatures, and how the coffee is being made, and the process that's going on. So that's going on inside the machine. And if I would have the physical machine here, I'll be able to show you that going on inside that physical machine. But what I want to do now is just change the viewer a little bit and show you some other things here. So if I turn it off, everything on the machine, make it all disappear and bring those little bits that will bring it back. The reservoir will bring up the heater on the shelf and the pump. And now we'll repeat that process and simulate making a coffee. So you can see the same process here going on, but you'll notice with the pump that actually it's gone blue. And that's because we're also showing in parallel a finite element analysis visualization that we brought in from an external tool. In this case, it was done with the great tooling from ANSYS. But you can see that the colors change due to the stresses and strains of the operation of the pump as it is making coffee over here. So let's just show that again. And you can see as the coffee goes through it, you've seen the visualizations and the coffee over the top of it. You'll see that it gets red in places as the fluids go through. And then as it pumps up and the pump vibrates and gets stressed as Australians, and then how it is, it calms down, right? So that sort of like shows you if you would have a gas turbine or another critical asset, where the stresses are and these kind of things. So these are a couple of different visualizations that we're showing on there. And let's just go back to the asset view. And what I want to do now is to show everything. So all along, we go back to the exploded views and we'll explode the base and show a couple of other things here. So what I'm going to do now is just select the pump and we'll look at the pump here. And I want to show you over here down at the lower level. Now you can see all of the different parts inside of this pump here. And in particular, you can see this part here. So this is the pump vibration sensor that we've added, which is connected to an accelerometer on the side of the pump just to show a bit of information. And also to show you that we've added various bits, including the electronics. So what I want to do now is just select this, and then we'll go back again to the beginning, right? What this also means is that we can also collaborate with other people. I haven't got anybody in this session with me right now, and this is where I can pick this up, but I can take you somewhere else, so we can put it somewhere else and we want to collaborate with, go with it, pin it down, and then we can do various things with it and then take it back if we want to. But I think that will do for now. So this is just a first glance, what you can do with a coffee machine. But this, of course, we can do with a larger asset, city, whatever you want to know more about. Thank you so much.